My kids are just on Zoom in the kitchen having their end of school assembly for the year, and then school will be out for the summer. I'm so relieved to reach this point at the end of this long, hard phase of the coronavirus pandemic. As restrictions ease and the holidays begin, it's good to have a chance to begin to process what's happened and what's still happening. My front line shrank with lockdown, from existing in our wider family, the church family, in our community here in Newbury, in the school community, to being completely absorbed by existing in these four walls and looking after our four young children. I've just been endlessly producing meals, doing laundry, trying to keep on top of a house with 6 people who are constantly using everything. I remember one lunchtime, Joseph, who's 8, looking at the quite random lunch I'd come up with and tentatively suggesting, "Mum, I think you need a strategy." I'm sure many people will agree that it's been very hard to come up with one other than just trying to get through this somehow. So where have I found joy in lockdown? Mainly in Waitrose. We only normally shop there for a treat, but under the circumstances, it felt justifiable going there more often. I also found joy in anything that broke up the relentlessness of it all. The lockdown birthdays, camping in the garden, surprise visitors on the doorstep, a parcel from my mum. Church has been hugely important in this way. We've been more tuned into the rhythm of the church year than ever before, and that's brought shape and colour to what has otherwise been such a bare and barren time. We went from Lent into Easter, and then we counted down the days to Ascension Day and Pentecost, and now really appreciating the series on the fruits of the Spirit. I promise Will didn't tell me to say that. It's true. As for challenges, my main challenge has definitely been the homeschooling. I tried being really strict and structured, writing a timetable. We then tried really just going with the flow, following their interests, tried a mix of the two, and eventually I accepted that we were just going to have to muddle through, and there was no particular resource or routine that was going to make it easy. My mother-in-law totally came to my rescue by appearing on Zoom every morning and doing granny maths with the children one at a time. So at least if all else failed on any given day, I knew they'd each done a bit of maths. My other challenge in lockdown was just accepting the limitations of my situation. I was really sorry not to do something for Hidden Treasures, our new toddler group, for example, or to particularly support anyone else through this time. This one household was demanding my full attention all the time. And much as I didn't want it, and tried to overcome it, my horizons shrank, and they were already pretty small before. So it's really only as the intensity of it all has begun to ease that I've started to have eyes to see God at work. I've been grateful for a verse from Psalm 84, which says, "Even the sparrow has found a home, the swallow a nest for herself, where she may have her young, a place near your altar, O Lord Almighty." I've loved the idea that even whilst being totally preoccupied with her nest and her young and the mess and the noise of it all, there is nevertheless a place for her, for me, right near his altar. I felt really affirmed that I did what I was meant to be doing through this lockdown, however intense and limiting it may have felt. So please pray for me and any mums you know as we recover. Pray for rest and refreshment over the holidays. Also, please pray for Hidden Treasures. After a fantastic launch, we only ran for 3 weeks, which wasn't long enough to create a community that could be sustained through lockdown. So it's going to be a completely fresh start whenever it is that we're able to reopen. Please pray that God would expand our horizons once again, fill us afresh with his Spirit, and that we'd be able to invite people back into our church to find the fun, friendship and faith that we will all be seeking and needing so much. Thank you very much.